Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Dead Space 2. So, not really sure why, but this game managed to lock up. I have to blame it on the game this time. The good news though is I believe if I just hit continue here, I'll be fine. If I hit continue and I'm further ahead than what you've seen, I'll just be able to load, I believe, and I'll be fine. Unless I saved somewhere. Shoot. I did save somewhere. Okay, so there's just some content that is missing. And I've been overwriting my save files. So, let's see. Let's see if we can take the journey and show what we missed. Oh man, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, and there's almost no chance I'll be able to recover that video. So I'm just gonna have to skip to this point. There's a whole elevator section here. Let's see. Checkpoint reset, I don't think would, like, what would that do? Let's see. Let's try that. Let's see what that does. I mean, nothing probably has been lost too much from that. Yeah, nothing. Checkpoint puts me back here. I can't even like show a map. And as far as objectives, there kind of haven't been any. They're unimportant. Like all of chapter 4, kind of the end part of chapter 4 has just been missed here. What was back this way, and it's probably not worth traveling through and seeing, is a bunch of freezers, and that are crypts. Before the freezers and crypts, which there was about 4 very repetitive rooms of that with a random assortment of necromorphs attacking us. Before then there was a church area where you were getting attacked. Before that there was kind of this central circular hall area where I was attacked by these by a lot of people. See, I guess the only thing I could do is see if maybe if I load, maybe I can get really lucky here. Load. Yeah, it's just chapter 5. So, unless this puts me in a different place. Yeah, they introduced a whole new enemy that headbutts you, and my main gun, it still wasn't strong enough to really take him out. I'm not doing very good on bullets. Yeah, that was just really the worst point for it to... Ooh, wait a minute. Okay, so you haven't missed as much. Well, then let's go back. Let's see if we can retrace our steps. Like, how many nodes do I have right now? Just one? 5 minutes of meandering here. Apologies. Going forward, I will be using the double save method, and I will also probably not save in overwrite a save until a recording is completely finished. So here's the church. Some necromorphs attacked us. Here. And when we come back out this way, where were we? Like, this is the save point where we can buy items. See, ideally I had hoped that the save point I had just used was there. Fully vested members only. See, I think that's the door I came out of. So I may not be able to fully retrace where I was before. No, here it is. So this room had some gates around these archways that were up when I first came from that side. I came down, I had to fight the head-butting enemies, which you may never see again. And then I had to do a little hacking game and work my way back to this point. And I'm liking how the map works, and it's giving you the opportunity to go back. Then you came in here and you fought some people, a small smattering. Found some collectibles in here. Then you worked your way around here. There was a jump scare necromorph. Tell you, crashes can definitely be bummers. And see, the only reason I would guess that there's even a delay in this is it is not actually loading in my case, although it may actually be. I bet they timed this so it just feels like you're going very deep into the crypts. Now, of course, this may all just crash again, so I'm hoping that isn't. And right now the case is that I've gotten this Windows 10 update, which is the April Windows 10 update, and seems like when crashes happen now, the entire computer freezes up. I have a wireless USB keyboard and mouse, and things like hitting Control Alt Delete, things that would be normal and expected. These are human beings in these crypts, naked human beings, except for when they aren't. Sometimes there are xenomorphs in the crypts. See, you would have thought as we go through a lot of these crypts, and they're rather repetitive, that maybe they would have done some mental play and you would have walked through the same room multiple times, but instead you just get these jump scares. Each of these areas are the same, so you can go one way or the other. And we'll start to see necromorphs, but they're trying to give us some falling action right now. Let's pick up some more items. I would assume what's in the boxes are randomly picked based on what you need. You'd almost think that wearing the bloody suit would be like a trade-off suit. You can wear it, but if you wear it, there's going to be darkness. You can't turn the brightness up or something along that level. Here's a text log if you want to read it. There's entire groups of people in the unitology department that are running this crypt. But since I just did this, it's not super interesting. Also, of course, just in general in this game, you can just run through it. The only time that's gonna hurt you is in the case of something. Now, last time when I walked to the left, Necromorph jumped out and attacked me. So this time I go to the right, and the Necromorph jumps out and attacks me this time. It's always the first path you take. And there certainly isn't a path where you'd want to go backwards. Okay. I'm gonna switch over to whatever this is called. Is this a rivet gun or a flame gun? I'm just gonna try it. Yeah, flame guns not particularly well designed for taking on enemies. They're pretty good for these small enemies, and then that's kind of it. I believe when I walk away, I'll trigger some more enemies to attack. See, they don't even want to run towards you until you've got your gun looking at them and sighted on them. You still gotta do that stomp. Thought more would attack. That definitely felt like that played differently than it did the first time I played. Now it feels like it's the same number of enemies, but they spawned at different points. Okay, and now...
Data! I think I found the exit, but it's way above me. Gravity controls are locked out. Data? Fuck!
So, I've got to turn off the gravity. I didn't catch that. And then I have to go through this hole that's there. These holes, when gravity is turned off, will send caskets downward. I, in the process of doing that, died. And when I died, it failed. I don't know why. I really have no idea why the game decided to lock up at that point. And I'm hoping it doesn't repeat that. The best way to ensure it doesn't repeat that action is to simply just not fail.
I don't know if you can hear me. You need to go up. Do you hear me? You need to go up.
So we find a new schematic for Ripper, and there's a node. Guess I can go ahead and hack this. All this hacking does, which is, it's really an unnecessary addition to things, is it releases some
systems set to diagnostic mode. Gimbal capture arms released. Authorized emissions only.
These objects make gravity somehow, and nothing attacks you down here, interestingly enough. Instead, what you have to do is this, and then run over here and do this, which that's not really what they mean for you to do. They mean for you to do this, then this, and then run over to the other side and do this. And you've got a stasis refill every time you turn around. And the central one moves faster, so you really have to use stasis that time. I don't think you can actually get it done without it. And I did that a lot better than I did the first time. Then you've got these like bubbles. Right. But you still need your stasis for two things. One, hitting this, and then flying up here. And two, we need to hit this, and I'm hoping I did it right, but I don't think I did. Probably should double stasis so that I'm out. Do I have any stasis refill I can get? Because I don't want to screw this up. This is funny because the elevator went apparently upward in a direction that you cannot use. You can't access. Alright. Try this again. So now's the time. Once that's here, I fly up and through. And now I'm in a different area. And it doesn't look like there's anything to pick up around here. I'm all sideways, which is awkward. Certainly. I'm just looking every single place possible. There we go. Okay. And apparently I can't go back through the store until the gravity is reestablished. And so I think that's fine.
Exiting zero gravity.
Isaac! Damn it! I think they're jamming our signal with a mobile device. Someone get me the frequency on that jammer! They must have a gunship position near the compound.
Now what? Change your plans?
No. If they knew where we were, they would have killed us by now. Oh, shit! Signal fading! Just follow your lead and hurry.
See, this girl could be the marker talking to you, totally. It's a total possibility. Marker could use any person in your memory, so, or at least it seemed like it could. I have no idea how the marker actually worked, so I wouldn't put it past it to use the image of in your memory of some girl that you saw once, and that was that, like when you were a child, and that's all. So medium med pack and Ripper are now available. Let's see what we can do. We can sell the gold semiconductor. Let's go ahead and move all of these guns over. And let's see. So the Ripper would be 8,000. Medium med pack would be 5,000 nodes, so it's still going to be the most expensive thing. Security suit is the suit I should be using, so heavy duty vintage suit. So I'll take the heavy duty contact beam, heavy duty detonator, and heavy duty line gun. And we're almost to the point where we've tried all the DLC characters items. And heavy duty suit. Kind of glad to get out of the bloody suit. It's just a little too moist, I suppose would be the phrase. A little too gross, a little too gory, even for me. But a lot of these suits do feel very bulky. They feel more like diving bell suits than they do the sleek welder suit that we saw in the basic set of suits. Okay, so next time I find a store, it's just going to be the forged set of items, and then I, at that point, probably should have enough money to buy the security suit for 20,000, assuming I just don't spend all of my money on nodes like I think I will do right now. Let's see. And as far as items, move that over. Let's see, we have this we can sell. We have this we can sell. If I sell, apparently I can have multiple stasis packs, which I could sell that for another, yeah, 2,500 by selling 2 of them. Sell that. It gets me 1 more node. Nice. And the game didn't crash, so I'm happy for that. If I manage to have a... yeah, if I manage to recover that footage, which is kind of unlikely that will ever happen, I will append it to the beginning of this footage and try to edit it back in a rough way, but almost certainly not. One of the things about how YouTube likes its videos to be uploaded is they like to make them as a video format that if the recording messes up by my software, Open Broadcast software, OBS, it's just never recoverable, and it's happened multiple times to me. Not enough to... oops. Well, I now know how that gun attack works. Apparently I'm going to crawl through there, but first I'm going to bench. There are other formats I could use, certainly, but then a lot of other problems would arise from it. It's easier just to lose footage, unfortunately. And this really is either this new Windows 10 update, this April Windows 10 update's fault, or just Dead Space 2's fault, or maybe a little bit of both. If I upgrade the capacity, I think that makes all the sense in the world right now, because that will give me some more bullets on that. And then, where are we with anything else? I'm really not going to be able to upgrade anything else that makes sense. Duration on stasis could go up by a couple, but I doubt I'll ever use that. And the idea of upgrading any of the other guns right now just does not make sense. So reload and spend a point in more capacity. That leaves me with this node and this node, and then we have a fully upgraded plasma cutter. Way too early in the game to have that. I think you probably could have played that way, but it doesn't make a lot of sense that most people would. I'm just moving these out of the way so that we can hit here, and just in case I'll save in a new save slot. Like, so if something bad happens in the next couple of minutes and we lose our progress, at least I could go back to where I started this recording and be alright. Crawling through these vents, I feel like there should be a timer. There should be this impression that something is chasing you. You should move really fast. Press forward. If you're not pressing forward, you're gonna die. That's not the experience we're getting. Instead, we're getting kind of the opposite of that, where you're totally safe even if you get a jump scare. Really, really dark. We've managed to fall in some kind of storage room, best as I can tell. I would have thought it would have been kind of cool if you played the game and it unlocked at the end a light suit that just brightly lit the entire game up. Although if you're gonna cheat that way, the easiest thing to do would be to just turn up the brightness to maximum and blow out the images. Let's see. So there's a new schematic. We're just sneaking around and looking through Unitologist storage facility. Questionable why Unitologists would need extra statues. Do the statues wear out? I mean, that's pretty much a custom order job. Like, you don't need extra ones. Unless you're just planning on expanding and taking over the entire ship, which I wouldn't put past in. I kind of love the fact that these sticks make sound when you walk over them, but they don't expand that idea further to other objects. It's just the sticks, so it's a bit of a disconnect there. I suppose we're probably not too far from we've got the little creepy crawlers back with their spinning legs. Yeah, I don't think we're too far from running into the lady and probably finding out that she is a Scientologist and this has all been a ruse to get you. Let's go ahead and stomp this one too, just to make sure. It's weird because your stomp also is your rotate button, or at least your alternate fire button for a gun, so the fact that I'm holding left trigger to pull out the gun and then hitting right bump on accident often rotates my gun when I meant to stop. I'm getting a lot of gun bullets, which probably means we're gonna fight some kind of boss creature. That's my guess. this is a good point to end this recording. Let's see, where are we on inventory? Not doing terrible. Wearing the vintage armor, which has 15% armor reduction, and you kind of feel the difference between a 5% armor increase to a 15%. Yeah, this is a good point to end this recording. So that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.